Nice. I see it going. What's up, guys? It is Friday, May 29th, 2020. You guys should be seeing me now. Get ready for a show. I see me on D Live, YouTube, Periscope, Facebook, Mixer, and Twitch should be connecting soon, right? And so, a line's full of calls, and I have a lot to say as well. And what the is complaining that he got banned on JLP. So don't you guys believe in free speech? He complains. Go cry to the producer. But maybe we'll confer with the people, with the mods. Don't get on the mods' bad side. It's not rocket science. But anyways, what's up to Dark Side of the Bear? What? Says Fat Host. And Skip McBurney is probably pumped up because of the out-of-control blats. But he is concerned about the chicken bones more so than the than the destruction of Minneapolis. So anyways, let's get on with the show. The call-in number is 888-775-3773. Lines are full right now, though. So I'll blow through some calls and all that stuff. Shout out to Spoiler Alert, Jib Jab, and all you guys. Steven, Nick the Chick, Polly, Brandon M. says Fat Host. Let's get on with the show. Nice. I should hopefully not drop.
1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it's the Hake Report. The Hake Report. La la la. Oh, it's the Hake Report. The Hake Report. La la la.
Hey guys!
Oh, it's the Hake Report.
Sorry.
Hake Report. La la la. Oh, it's the Hake Report. The Hake Report. La la la.
So, bless you. What's up, guys? Like I said, if you may not have tuned in at that point yet, but it is Friday, May 29th, 2020. Happy birthday to the birthday people. Right on. And happy Destruction Day to the people who love the destruction of America, including Twitter, Unicorn Riot, which is an Antifa outlet, by the way, I think, from everything I've heard. Radical homosexuals, nasty people, hate America, want the destruction of society so that they can rebuild it in their evil image. And who else loves destruction? Democrats, the FCC. The FCC is filled with Democrats, right? And Trump issued an executive order on social media censorship because Twitter has been censoring his tweets and falsely accusing him of so-called glorifying violence and all kinds of mess. Meanwhile, outlets like Unicorn Riot and CNN and Twitter themselves glorify Black Lives Matter, some of the most violent, destructive people. And the Me Too movement. Take that mess off the screen, Hake. I know. Kujokler 25. I don't know how to pronounce your name, but I know you. We were showing the picture of this nightmarish face who is elected, and I remember seeing this face before. Okay, we're getting back on air. Press F for the stream freaking out. You know, nothing's working right under the corona times. We should be back online, guys. We dropped, we had a beta stream. Weak stream. The stream needs to go to the doctor. What a mess. But anyways, I'm back on air. I dropped briefly. I don't know how long I dropped, but I did. Unicorn Riot is Antifa headquarters, says Asmodor with a diamond. Appreciate you for gifting 5 users 1 month subscriptions, by the way, Asmodor. And shout out to Dark Side of the Bear, for hosting the stream on D-Live. Yeah. Listen to this, though. I was about to get into this before the stream dropped. Okay, so the mayor of Minneapolis, where there's black riots, and not just black riots, Antifa riots. Antifa hates black people. They're pretending to love them. You know, just kind of like the Just like most people think that they're so full of love because they have emotions, emotional attachment for people. But in reality, that's very destructive. That's Antifa for you. That's a typical commie thing. And you can cringe at my use of the word commie, but it's true. And then there's a whole lot of cucks too, right? Who kiss up to them. Allow the commies to take over and destroy America. So the mayor hits back because President Trump rightly criticized the liberal mayor, Russian Jewish 38-year-old Jacob Frey. I point that out because he looks white, but he's like a far left liberal, hates Trump. And not Christian, not truth loving, just a disgusting person. Daily Beast is on the side of Antifa, of Twitter. Basically, Antifa is Twitter, right? Daily Beast is a mainstream media outlet whose board, I think Hillary Clinton's daughter, I think it's her daughter, Chelsea Clinton, served on the board of the Daily Beast, I think. Anyways, they celebrated Twitter's oppressive act of censorship on Trump for saying we need to get a hold of the craziness going on in the destruction and discord and chaos going on in Minneapolis. Full of people who hate America, hate whites, hate cops. And it's an overreaction to the knee on the neck of George Floyd, Georgia, Florida. So Trump called him very weak, the mayor of Minneapolis, and showing a total lack of leadership. And this dumb mayor says weakness is blaming others in times of crisis, when Trump is blaming people for what they do wrong, such as China or the World Health Organization, so-called health, right? What a ominous, scary term, World Health Organization. That's the UN, United Nations, which hates America. They call America racist. And so they hate blacks. They're pretending that they care for blacks. So the mayor's begging for peace, so-called, according to Drudge. And let me skip down to this Minneapolis City Council vice president he calls himself Andrea Jenkins. I don't know his real name. Nick says he looks like the Predator. But he sang Amazing Grace. And yes, he is a wretch. And he's expressed condolences to Floyd's relatives, George Floyd. His relatives don't care about him, by the way. George Floyd's relatives do not care about George Floyd. You know why? They hired Benjamin Crump, who's constantly falsely accusing whites and cops of murder and lynchings and pushing this fake racism idea and all that mess. So this Andrea Jenkins is a black male so-called transgender woman, right? CBS plays along with the delusion and calls it a woman when he's a man. And he said that the black community in Minneapolis has long felt it's had a knee pressing on its collective neck. Yeah, right. Talk about drama. And it was a stirring moment in the noontime news conference. He sang Amazing Grace. This is CBS Local News, Minnesota. CBS is not your friend. Communist BS is more like what it is. Bogus speech, right? A knee, she said, according to CBS, really he said, that says black lives don't matter. Meanwhile, this guy is throwing away his life, turning into a female, and this insane people voted for this mentally ill, spiritually ill, evil person. Scary looking person, too. Anyways, that's that. Colin Kaepernick is defending the protesters and really the rioters. I told you that in Hake News towards the end of hour 2 today of the Jesse Lee Peterson show. So right on. And then you have these dumb anti-police cops, anti-cop cops. I have a few of these tweets and Facebook posts screenshotted, anti-cop cops. David Roddy, who is, I forget where he's from, Chattanooga, Tennessee. He has no business commenting on this issue. But he said, there is no need to see more video. There's no need to wait and see how it plays out. What's his hurry? There's no need to put a knee on someone's neck for 9 minutes. There is a need to do something. If you wear a badge and you don't have an issue with this, turn it in, he says. This is a politician talking. You may agree with him about the knee on the neck for 9 minutes thing, but this person, I guarantee you shouldn't go along with him. These people are evil suckers. Let the locals handle it. I like how the locals have not, I kind of like, and I'm not sure what I think, I don't know what the truth is, but it's interesting that the locals have not charged him, even though the mayor's calling for him to be charged, this guy who had the knee on the neck. People want all 4 of the officers to be charged. Maybe they should be, maybe they shouldn't be, but it's interesting that the prosecutors are not rushing to charge them. That's interesting. It's also interesting that they were fired. I heard that all 4 of these cops were fired. Fired? Chief Eddie Garcia of San Jose, California, and he's one to talk. San Jose, California, it's kind of close to Silicon Valley, I think. Towards the Bay Area, I think. I don't know. I've been there, but I just don't know my geography. This is where Trump held a rally. Outside the rally, people in this guy's town, I say people, Hispanics in this guy's town attacked Trump supporters, bloodied them up, sneak attacks, all kinds of mess, riots. And he's gonna comment on this officer in a random incident way over in Minneapolis, like he knows what he's talking about. He says, "I'm not going to hide behind not being there. I'd be the first one to condemn anyone I had seen similar happen on one of my brother-sister officers. What I saw happen to George Floyd disturbed me and is not consistent with the goal of our mission. The act of one impacts us all." But this guy's a sleaze. And he may say things here and there that you could say, oh, I agree with that. But these people are sleazy people that you don't want to get with. Polk County Sheriff's Office. This is a Facebook post. I am deeply disturbed by the video of Mr. Floyd being murdered in the street. That's extreme language, like you even know what you're talking about. With other officers where they're letting it go on. And I have other people who I consider like friends of America who use the term murdered, right? I'm okay with them saying their opinion, but this is a Polk County, Georgia Sheriff's Office. Like he even belongs in it. Where is Polk County? Georgia. Johnny Motes wrote it on Facebook. All officers need to be arrested and charged immediately, praying for the family. What a phony. This is politician talk. And meanwhile, like I said, the blacks are out of control, attacking the whites and being a mess. And the cops are running away from the rioters. It's insane. The rioters are supposed to be, at least in LA riots, I remember seeing LA rioters, they were running away from the cops, not chasing the cops. But now the shoe is on the other foot. And the blacks are coming for the suburbs. I got this from Drudge and Summit News, which is Paul Joseph Watson, who's from InfoWars. Rioter says, we're gonna start coming to the suburbs. And some evil black sister of some fake black victim said this a couple of years ago too. Take that mess over there and burn their spleep. Don't come over here. And this guy says, ain't nothing left here. And it's a black, of course, wearing the black colors, green, yellow, and red, and black. Kind of like Joel's shirt. But Joel didn't know. And I would have video for you. And this black guy was interviewed by Unicorn Riot, which is, the Antifa outlet. This guy, Groyper Cath, at Groyper Cath, account suspended. Catholic Groyper tweeted out this video. He tweeted out this video, right? He clipped it and tweeted it out. He's a conservative guy, Catholic Groyper. A Catholic Groyper is a person who's for Catholicism, right? Catholic values, Christian values, really, right? And He got suspended. I don't know why, but he was probably tweeting out maybe edgy, but maybe generally true stuff, but suspended by Twitter. So it's not just Trump being censored on Twitter. Meanwhile, Unicorn Riot, which is at UR_ninja, is getting praised by the liberal media, and they're posting. Oh, I forgot to black out some of the cuss words, but Black Lives effing matter, and they're posting out footage of the destruction. Some guy says either the police join the people or you will have dead police. A guy being interviewed. Maybe it's even a Unicorn Riot guy. I don't know. Unicorn Riot, so-called reporter. I'm blocked by Unicorn Riot, my personal account. They don't know about my Hake report account yet. But it says, they're posting pictures of tagging graffiti that says, save a life, kill a cop. Cops out of MPLS, which I don't know what that means, Minneapolis. And they're tweeting out threads accusing cops of murder. If that's not incitement to riot and glorifying violence, I don't know what is. They are cheering on the destruction of a whole city, which is destroying the livelihoods of the people there, the upstanding people there, right? The few. And meanwhile, they're censoring Trump and Catholic groyper. A groyper is just a person who's standing for what's right, generally. Maybe they're a little bit more for what's white than some of you. But they have the right, but not according to Twitter. Crazy. I'm going to talk more about the FCC stuff and Trump, Twitter censoring Trump and all that stuff, hopefully. But I got to get to some calls. Ludwig von Neons gave a diamond and said, this whole situation is getting out of control. Polly J with a diamond, thank you. Asmodor says, thank you for pointing that out. I forget what he's talking about. Maybe about Unicorn Riot. Appreciate you hosting, Asmodor. Silosopher with a diamond, thank you for the constant support. And by the way, shout out to Jib Jab says, wait for it. Hot Computer Smell says, bonus genius Hake. I don't know what that means, but thank you. Marcus Jones Stinks says, stream running as clear as Earl's brain. Beta. Yeah. Earl, man. Danny says, destroy America and bring in the one world government. Yeah, like the blacks are really going to love that. They think, oh, we have no... Oh, yeah, I am kind of yellow stream. We have no recourse with these local cops. We need to call up the feds, or the feds are not enough. Trump is racist. We need to call up the world government, as if the world government cares about justice. You know, South Africa happened. You know how South Africa happened? When I say South Africa happened, it went from a peaceful, beautiful place, but it did have apartheid, which was supposedly segregation or something, and maybe it wasn't ideal, I don't know. And then now they're a totally tattered, hobbling along country. What's that most famous city in Cape Town? Cape Town, South Africa, right? Cape Town, I remember reading a year ago or so, they're running out of water. That's how poorly they're run. Reminds me of California. We won't build up our reservoirs, and so we run out of water. Crazy. And the murder rate in South Africa is, I want to say, something like 40 per 100,000, which is really high. That's as high as, I don't know, it might be more than that. Somebody look it up who's interested in this statistics type stuff, but it's high murder rate, right? Black on black and black on white murders. And it's targeted black on white. It's not just, oh, this white man got in a fight with me and so I murdered him, right? No, it's unprovoked attacks on innocent whites. They're going into their farms and killing them, robbing and torturing them, raping them, all kinds of mess happening. And the liberal media covers that up. The liberal media was like, oh, we want to fight racism. We're on the side of communism. So they supported communist guy, what's that guy's name? Whose wife was for necklacing when they put a rubber tire filled with gasoline around a little bit less insane blacks. who don't support the communism as much, and they put it around others too. They necklace them and then light the tire on fire filled with gasoline and just torture and burn people to death. That was Winnie Mandela. Nelson Mandela, they supported him and had this big old funeral for him. Obama spoke at it. And there was this fake sign language guy who was standing right next to Obama making a fool out of Obama. A black guy just dancing around. And he wasn't even speaking sign language. It's funny. But they made him into a hero when he was a sucker. He was a disgusting person. And he was not for as evil of government as they are now. But they're carrying on his tradition. It reminds me of MLK was supposedly like, he was maybe misguided. Some of you guys are quite sure that he was a communist. Some of you don't think so. So I don't know what the truth is. But everybody around him and everybody who's so-called carrying on his tradition is every bit as evil. No, they're like more and more evil as the generations go on. Destroying America. They hate America. These people hate America, and then they hide behind the First Amendment and all that mess. Unicorn riot. Disgusting. So anyways, let me get to some calls, and let's have fun. Let me get to... Oh, man. Let me get to Kenny in Idaho. Kenny, it's good to hear from you. What's up?
Morning.
Morning.
Yes, James. Yes, everything's great.
Right on.
How about these similarity between there was this ex-military or current military that busted a guy that was shooting up people drivers on a bridge, and we didn't have any intervention. No, the bystanders.
Where was this?
Ah.
Are you talking about is that the DC sniper incident? Are you talking about the black, like, older guy and younger black guy?
No, it was on my
sniping
TV
people?
just this morning. It was on my TV just last night or today. This morning.
Somebody was shooting people? An ex-military guy was shooting people?
No, he busted a guy who he rammed his car into the shooter.
Oh, wow.
Active
In
shooter.
America?
Well, anyway, the similarity I was going to point out is how...
Stay close to your phone, Kenny. Your phone is awful. Shout out to Stickman over on Mixer.
Sorry about
Hey, Kathy, over on Facebook. Nice to see you guys on the less traveled platforms. Go for it.
Anyways, there was a bunch of kids video and filming Floyd's alleged murder there, and it seems like
is it really even alleged murder? Because they haven't even been charged. So I don't know. People are just saying that. People are saying, and I hear like people that I respect, lawyer people calling it murder.
Well, yeah, it's definitely a killing, but if he murdered himself...
I can't even say, to be honest, yeah, it doesn't look good, the knee on the neck, but we don't know what actually killed him.
Exactly, and I'm just want to make this last point before you go.
All right.
I praise God that the rookie cops and probably most of them in the department don't make enough money, so the jury is obviously going to be on their side. They don't make enough money at their careers.
Who doesn't make enough money?
And the rookie cops or the veteran cops. I mean, the ones that have been on the force long.
You don't think
just
so?
Just like public school teachers, they don't make enough. So
come on, dude. I know cops, and they're doing okay.
Oh, of course they're going to do okay.
They're doing quite well.
For the amount of risk they take in that line of work, they really underpaid.
You think so? I don't know about that, man.
Well, it's interesting that you disagree with me, but
LAPD average is $70,000 a year, says Joel.
Well, if that's average, you can bet the low guy doesn't make anywhere near $70K.
Maybe not. Yeah. You might be right. I don't see that though, man. Public employees and teachers, man. Most teachers are a net destruction on America because they're.
You got that right.
Yeah.
I'm not doubting that.
Anyways.
Well,
Yeah.
hey, thanks
I
for
don't
all
know,
you
man.
do. I'll go
Any of you
ahead and
guys,
get-
cops, I mean, you're doing fine. Jeez. And these people are, I mean, especially the higher ups, these politician cops, so-called cops, are the scum of the earth. And they're, in California, the pensions and the pay of, we have too many employees, right? And I'm not saying we have too many cops. I'm saying we have too many public employees. It is costing the state billions and billions and maybe tens of billions and maybe hundreds of billions, I don't know, I might be exaggerating there, of dollars. And then these pension things, people are getting $300,000. Pension means after you so-called retire, you stop working at a particular position, you still get paid by those. It's so ridiculous. Once you stop
and full
working, you should
healthcare,
stop getting paid, I think.
as well as the full health care, which has got to be gouging the taxpayer.
I appreciate it, Kenny. Thank you, man.
Right on,
Good to hear from
James.
you.
Keep up the good work.
Thank you. Take care. Let me get to Kevin in Indiana. Kevin, what's up?
Hello, James. Good morning. It's good to talk to you.
Hey, you as well. What's up?
Yeah, I've been trying to talk to Jesse for a couple of days about this George Floyd incident, and to me, from what I have seen, it is not a murder. It is more of a public execution.
What's the difference? That would be a murder because if you're calling it a public execution, that's just as dramatic language as murder because he hasn't been tried, so it's an extrajudicial. You basically agree with the people that call it a lynching? A public execution without a trial is a lynching, man. You think it's a lynching? You think they intentionally killed him?
Derek, his name was...
That's dramatic, man. I can't believe that you actually believe that. You really believe that?
Derek Chauvin, he was an officer since 2001, and he has been a subject of 13 conduct complaints.
I know, blacks complain a lot. That doesn't mean anything. He may have done wrong, but he may have done wrong in the past, and he may have done wrong here, but conduct complaints are every bit as believable as female accusations of rape. It doesn't mean that he did wrong. It just means complaints. Blacks complain a lot about the teachers and the cops, and most of the time the blacks are wrong. Yes, he may have been wrong.
It's not just black people. Everybody complains.
Yeah, people complain, and people that complain aren't always right.
And
sometimes they are. Maybe he wasn't a good
full
guy.
New video.
But for you to call it a public execution, that's insane, to be honest.
Well, I know that you would feel that way.
No, I don't feel that way. That's
opinion.
insane. It's objectively insane.
I believe that George Floyd had several of his constitutional rights broken.
Maybe, I don't know.
Right to due process, the Eighth Amendment.
Due process. Due process. He was going through due process by getting arrested. That's due process.
But I saw the whole video. Ever since, as soon as he was taken out of his vehicle, he was placed in handcuffs.
And
for 10 minutes, he was in handcuffs. And then he was walked across the street.
Yep.
And then him, along with 3 other officers, including Derek Chauvin, someone tripped. And even with him in handcuffs, they tripped. And then all of a sudden, Derek Chauvin put his knee on his neck.
Is it shaven? Is it really pronounced shaven?
Chauvin.
I don't know. So you're going to assume that it was just an innocent trip, he wasn't resisting arrest, and blah, blah, blah. And you're going to call it a public execution because Derek Chauvin, or whatever his name is, got mad at the clumsy black guy or the clumsy cop, whoever tripped, and decided to execute this guy publicly. That's what you think?
Well, actually, I just recently found out I was searching why the police were called. And apparently the reason why the cops were called, people were saying fraud and forgery. Allegedly, now I can't say for sure because no one can say for sure. A customer at the store he was at said that he gave them a counterfeit $20 bill.
Mm-hmm.
So then they called the police saying,
Can't have that.
I was just given a counterfeit bill. So they called the police, and the police arrived, and I just saw
So
the
answer
video
my
literally-
question. No, actually, I'm not that interested because you just said it and you won't defend it. And so it's insane, man. That's crazy. You're going too far, Kevin.
If you see the video, you see the smug look on the officer's face.
Now you're a mind reader.
enjoying it.
You're a mind reader. You think he's being smug, and it's so ridiculous, man. You shouldn't be going along with the this exaggerated language. There's enough
just let me ask you a
criticism.
question.
Hold on. There's enough criticism of the cops. You can criticize the cops on a lot of stuff without having to make stuff up.
Do you believe he should be dead?
I don't know.
For passing a counterfeit $20 bill?
That's a dishonest statement, Kevin. If they wanted to kill him for passing the bill, they would have killed him during that 10 minutes that he was sitting there cuffed. It's insane what you're talking about.
20 minutes. He was cuffed for over 20
Exactly. Why didn't they
minutes.
execute him then? If they were really going to execute him, you're being silly. Anyways, I got to go, Kevin. Nice talking with you.
Well, I got so many things to talk about. Jesse won't talk to me, and I got so much stuff to talk about.
You should get to the point then.
You know, I've talked to you, I've talked to James, I've talked to Joel.
I am James. Kevin,
I know, and Nick. I know. I'm just saying.
do you do the Jesse Lee Peterson's silent prayer?
I do my own. I do my own morning meditation.
Well, it's not making you very clear-minded.
No, I am clear-minded. I'm trying to have open conversation.
Do you
with
drink?
You guys. Only when I'm thirsty.
Alcohol?
No,
Smoke pot?
no, I never smoke pot. I do
How
have
come
a
you
beer every now
sound?
and then,
You
but
don't
I never
sound.
smoke pot.
Maybe it's just there are people that just talk like this, right? But you sound a little bit slurred. You take medication?
No, I've been on hold for like 4 hours, so I'm a little tired.
Oh, all right. Well, I mean, I appreciate you, Kevin. I appreciate your call. It's illuminating to hear somebody, or mind-numbing, I'm not sure.
I'm not, like I said,
To hear
I'm not
somebody
trying to argue. I'm not
think-
trying to argue. I'm just trying to have an open
All right.
conversation.
Appreciate you, Kevin. Take care, man. You can, like, I don't know, whatever. Let me get to my second favorite caller, Earl, out of Michigan. What's up, Earl?
Hola. Buenos dias, Senor James Hake.
Buenos dias, Senor Earl from Michigan.
Yes. So you think that a knee on the neck is not sufficient to asphyxiate? What's that word?
Asphyxiate? Yeah, to kill, you know.
Asphyxiate.
Yeah, it may be, it may not be. If the positioning was right, then yeah, it could have killed him. But we just don't know. Or I don't know anyways. Have you seen the coroner's report?
No, not yet. But
Yeah. We'll find out. Maybe it was the knee. Or maybe it was the drugs, or maybe it was a combination of the drugs and the knee. Or maybe. Who knows?
yeah, but
Yeah.
Do
But
you
to answer your
think it
question,
makes
the
any
knee
sense?
could do it. You're right. The knee could do it.
uh,
Yeah.
but do you think the man pleading that he can't breathe, would you think common sense or some empathy would tell you that if you got something that doing something that even maybe causing the discomfort should be alleviated?
Yeah, maybe
Do
so.
you think for one moment the people
once
that
they
are
had.
around him?
Hey, Earl, to answer your question, yeah. Maybe with the 3 guys on him, they had enough over that he could have moved the knee from the neck to the shoulder. I wonder what this cop is going through. What's going on in his
I
mind
don't
now.
wonder about what the cop is going through. I wonder. I don't care about the cop's problem. He didn't think about the victim as he pleaded, begging, even trying to be cordial and called him sir. Would you please? I can't breathe. And he ignored all of it. The witnesses screaming at him to get off him and let him breathe.
Yeah.
The other cops just compliantly standing around like nothing else, like they don't, I guess Sergeant Schultz. Saying,
Who's
I
Sergeant
see
Schultz?
nothing. I hear nothing.
Oh, is that a reference to that?
Hogan's Heroes.
Yeah, that Nazi Times show, right?
Yeah, they was in
Hey,
prison.
man, listen, Earl. It's kind of like
Yeah.
these cops, at the risk of defending them too much, they hear blacks complaining all the time about their behavior, and they hear people complaining, "Oh, I can't breathe." If they saying they can't breathe, then they can breathe at least a little. And yeah, maybe you want to adjust your position so it's not as crazy looking, because it does look a little crazy. I don't like looking at that knee on that neck.
If he was in enough distress that they called medical attention,
Yeah.
that be sufficient to lessen whatever pressure you're putting on them. In fact, I heard that one of the witnesses was an EMT technician, and she asked, could she at least take his pulse? They didn't want to have anything to do until the EMT got there. They
Right.
ignored anything, any kind of.
They can't break the rules and just let random people come up and do stuff just because they say they're an EMT and stuff. Be reasonable, Earl. You got to be reasonable.
Well, yeah, that's reasonable. Once you the person is in distress, and somebody let's say somebody that's a doctor or a nurse or MNT, people said they saw him bleeding from the nose, and so forth. And
You think that's from the knee on the neck?
saying he can't breathe.
You think that's from the knee? You think the knee on the neck would cause his nose to bleed?
I don't know what asphyxiation the symptoms and whatever comes from.
Earl, do you know if he died on the scene or if he died later?
Well, he was pronounced dead at the hospital. So he
Yeah.
could have been dead on his way to the hospital.
Yep.
In fact, his brother said.
I don't put stock in
he saw
his
the
brother.
His brother said that on one video, they saw the MT pulling his body out like it was a piece of meat. Instead of just picking him up and putting him on the car, they pulled his body away from the scene.
I don't put any stock in what that brother says, because the brother, I haven't heard the brother complaining about the dumb family hiring Benjamin Crump. If you want to hire a decent lawyer, hire a decent lawyer. Don't hire Benjamin Crump. Benjamin Crump is pure evil. He's disgusting. And
Well,
blacks
to
should
you it is, 'cause
blacks
you're a
should
white racist state.
no blacks should
You
disassociate
only
from
like white. You
black
defend,
people should disassociate from
you
that
defend
disgusting
white folks
Benjamin
no matter
Crump.
what they do.
Yes,
So
black
you
people
just
should
biased.
disassociate from that guy.
You
He's
just a
evil.
racist. You just a defender.
No,
A white man defender.
Earl, you're wrong.
No. No, you sound like a big sissy.
I hope he said big sissy and not something else. You didn't say the
said
B word,
sissy.
did you?
I should have said mini. That's a male sissy, but you can be the female sissy. But I started just singing that song.
I can't believe you're
Return,
defending Benjamin Crump.
Defender instead of sender.
If you were about what's right, you wouldn't be defending Benjamin
Come
Crump.
on, give me what's right. You don't know what's right.
I
You're
know
right-wing
Benjamin
racist.
Crump
What
is
do you
not
know
for what's right.
You
Benjamin
don't know
Crump
what's right. You just
hates
like to
black
holler,
people.
as if you justified in anything you say, and all you got to say, I'll tell everybody what's right.
Yeah.
Because I said it.
It's
Who
a
the
fact.
hell are you?
Shoot. Benjamin Crump is disgusting. He only loses
He's
cases.
disgusting to you.
He just goes
He's
losing
disgusting to
cases,
you.
pretending he cares about the blacks, and the dumb blacks
Don't have to
follow
be
along
cri-
and hire him. That's
He
evil.
don't have to be.
Benjamin Crump is pure evil.
Is defend his clients.
Benjamin
That's
Crump
all
is a
He's
liar.
not required
He's
to
a
like
liar.
him, love him, hate him.
He's
or
a
whatever.
liar. Earl, I gotta go.
So are you.
No, I'm not.
You just lied.
You're a liar. All
Yeah,
right,
You just lied again.
I gotta go, Earl.
All right. Adios, amigos. I ain't got time to mess with a racist pig.
Yeah, right. Yes, you do. I'll talk to you Sunday or whenever you call back.
Okay.
All
Have
right.
a good day.
You too. Bye. Oh, shoot. Anyways, what a mess. Dude. Let me see if I want to. I got to get to German and Skip and Andrew and all you guys, but let me just quickly just tell you guys about. Let me tell you about this FCC woman, because I know a lot of you are disappointed in Trump for not doing this or that. And there's a lot of things that I wish Trump would do, but there's a lot of stuff that maybe it's not as easy to pull off as what you or I think, right? Let's say he issues an executive order. Who's going to enforce it? Maybe the FCC? Look at this woman, FCC liberal, Joel. I have a few. This woman, okay, Trump issued this executive order basically saying that prosecutors or the federal government can crack down on Twitter for its actions and the social media companies, Facebook, YouTube, for their so-called policing of content. They're supposed to be a platform. They're not supposed to police content. So the Wrap retweet or tweeted about this dumb woman, evil woman. Trump's social media executive order would turn FCC into the president's speech police. Commissioner Jay Rosenworcel says. Rosenworcel. Jessica Rosenworcel. And she's a commissioner for the FCC, an impatient optimist. Sounds like a commie. Mom, wife, Washington, D.C., the swamp. How is he going to drain her? People like her out. This D.C. is filled with people like this. The federal government is filled with liberals like this who undermine. Federal Communications Commission. She was served first under Obama for his second term, actually the end of his first term through his second term, and then is still 48-year-old Boston woman, Democrat. Democrats aren't for what's right. You heard Earl. Anyways, I just wanted to show that to you. I think that's probably enough. Let me get to German. German, am I pronouncing your name right? Out of Massachusetts?
Of course.
All
yes,
right.
man. It's Spanish. You say Herman, but it's
Herman.
spelled
Herman.
It's spelled German. I just say, go ahead, just say German. It don't matter.
Right on. What's
well,
up?
Well, I'm calling because I've been listening to the show for a while, and I've come up with this. I think it's true. I just been listening to Earl, and I think Earl from out of Michigan that just called and Joe Biden are the same person.
You think Earl and Joe Biden are the same person?
It's a little theory. Dude, they both don't know how to speak English.
Right.
They be talking slow. What's wrong with these two, man?
That is a funny comparison. Joe Biden, I saw him calling.
Yeah.
I gotta get this clip. Maybe I don't know. He called Trump fake masculine or something. Joe Biden is one to call anybody fake masculine
What the hell
or
is that?
macho because Trump was talking about, I'm not going to wear a mask. It's, it's beneath my dignity generally. And then Joe Biden is wearing this black mask looking goofy. And then he's all, he does double what the CDC says about social distancing. You know how they say 6 feet? He was 12 feet away, sitting 12 feet away from himself and this dumb reporter on CNN, I think. And he's talking all big like, oh, Trump is a fake. He's not manly.
The tough guy stuff.
Yeah. And he's the one who's the fake manly. Talking to, he's a kiss up. Ridiculous.
It's sad. It's sad. Well,
And then you
Earl,
have
go to
people
sleep.
like Earl who vote for this sucker. Shameful.
Anyway, I'm at work. I got to go, man.
I appreciate you, German. Or Herman. Right on, man.
Had the mind. Yes, man. Thank you, brother.
All right.
Y'all have a great day.
You too. Take care. Andrew out of Ohio. Go for it.
Hey, Hope. Thanks for taking my call.
Thank you.
Remember 2014 when they Officer Darren Wilson shot Michael Brown,
Yes.
and it took a couple months for the information to get out, and then when the media has been just manipulating it's just a shame.
They were promoting hands up, don't shoot for months before it was
Yep.
debunked. They
And
just
then
pushed
the blood
lies.
splatter was, he attacked that police officer. His blood splatter was in the car. They never
Yep.
reported that.
Yeah.
The grand jury, they looked at the evidence. They looked at the evidence and they saw that he did nothing wrong.
Yeah.
It's Rodney King.
And he had to-
62 people were killed in the Rodney King riots. It's insane.
Yeah. Those blacks threw I almost said freaking cinder block on the head of this white trucker guy. Is that Reginald Denny? Was that his name? Yeah, they're black on white crime. Ignored. A cop killing a black in self-defense. They riot and assume the cop is guilty and racist. He had to go into hiding and he lost his job for doing his job right. Crazy. What a mess.
It's every year there's Baltimore. The media will pick and choose what they want to. It's crazy.
Yeah, the media really want, they're female-minded, and so they want destruction of America so that they can rebuild in their commie vision, right? Or whatever it is. They have this female-minded, feel sorry for the perpetrators, and then let the real victims, the innocent victims, suffer, and then attack the people trying to enforce the law like Trump, and call him glorifying violence for wanting enforcement of order and rule of law and decency. And Trump is about like real love and unity and peace. That's what he's really about. But they accuse him of being what they are, which is disgusting. So-
Just think about the Democrat Party. They
Yeah.
think that showing an ID to vote is racist. When
Right.
every country in the world has some sort of voter ID law.
Yeah.
So basically, Democrats are saying that every country in the world is racist.
The liberal intellectuals came up with this, some dumb psychologist came up with this term called victim blaming. And that's what they're doing to the whites and the people that are the innocent people. They're blaming the victim. They're calling the whites racist for being nervous around violent blacks. That's victim blaming.
They have to do this stuff. They have to
Yeah.
because the facts don't matter. It's just like the gender wage gap nonsense.
Yeah.
The facts don't matter. When you give them the facts, it don't matter.
Yeah. I appreciate it, Andrew. Take care, man.
Thank you very much.
All right. Dylon says, when people say, why don't whites just have more kids? That's victim blaming. Well, we gotta overcome victimhood, though. It is kind of true because society teaches everybody. They want everybody to be degenerate and sexually out of control and a mess and just crazy. They push anger and they push out of control sexuality. And then when somebody acts out, then they get to attack them. It's crazy. Anyways, let me get to Skip out of Augusta, Georgia. Skip, good to hear from you.
Hey, James, how you doing?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
I'm doing all right, I guess. Look at here.
Okay. Have you been able to do
Okay.
real quick? Have you been able to do like exercise, physical therapy type exercise? Get yourself moving again?
Well, I've been trying to do a little bit on my own, but I got an appointment for the physical therapist on the 2nd of next month.
Yeah.
I'm hoping they're going to keep this one. They've already put it off 3 times due to the coronavirus. Don't get me started on that mess.
I know.
So maybe they'll take me this time. I hope they do. But I'm trying to do a little bit on my own, James.
Yeah, that's what I mean
Yeah.
is the stuff on your own, because I think the stuff that you can do on your own is way more valuable than what most of the time the doctor can do.
Yeah, I spend all day sitting here in the house. I could do more than just sit here. I can do stand up and try to do some squats and do some different things. So most of it's on me. I can't put it off on them. It's on me. And if I want to get well, I need to do it myself.
Right on, Skip. Anyways.
But anyhow.
Yeah. Go for it.
Okay, there's two things about this argument that I've been hearing. And I go along with Jesse on this. We need to wait and hear all the evidence. We need to know what happened before he was handcuffed, and we need to know what happened after he was handcuffed.
Yeah.
All right. Jesse don't want to put any blame on the officers for putting his knee on him, and I can kind of go along with that, even though we see it.
Mm-hmm.
But he is quick to say that the black guy was wrong for doing what he did. He already judged him. Jesse's already judged him now. And you can go back and look at the film and see it. He's already judged him for that, but he has not judged the officer for putting his knee on his neck. That's a double standard for one.
You think
so?
so?
Evidence on both of them.
You should talk to Jesse about this one, because I heard Jesse's.
Jesse don't talk to me.
Yeah,
Jesse
he does.
don't talk to me. He gives me about 15 seconds. He's scared I'm going to say something about a Jew, and he'll hang the phone up on me.
That's in your imagination, man.
I'm just playing about that. But he don't give me much time to talk. I mean, he moves me quick. He moves me like 90 going north.
Well, maybe I don't know. Maybe you. I don't know. I don't remember the last time I've heard you on the phone with him. So you're. I hear this complaint a lot.
I called. I stayed on hold. Last 2 times I called, I stayed on hold for an hour and got about 30 seconds with him, and it's not worth it. You know, I like talking to Jesse, but I ain't gonna stand that long for nobody.
Oh, wow.
You know, get that little bit of talking, but
you're complaining about him to me, like
I'm not complaining about him. I'm making a point.
No, because you're not making a good point. Because he's not around to defend himself, and I don't remember what he said. So you're nitpicking about him.
Let me finish my point. Okay?
But I know, but you made a point about Jesse that I don't know that's true. Jesse's not a judgmental, nasty person.
Go back and look.
The point is the knee on the neck. He didn't know. He doesn't know. So how are you gonna judge Jesse for not judging the cop?
He didn't know. He didn't know if he.
And the point is, Skip.
Breaking the law.
What?
Judged him for breaking the law.
Because he broke the law. It's not questioned that he broke the law, allegedly, right? He said allegedly. And so you're assuming that he's judging the black man, but he didn't really judge the black man, to what I know.
It's not questioned.
No, Skip. You're lying. You're lying about Jesse, because you're saying that he judged George Floyd.
That is a judgment.
No, you don't. He said allegedly. He said allegedly he broke the law and resisted arrest and all that stuff. He's sick of all these blacks resisting arrest.
My bad. I'm sorry. Play on words. I'm sorry. Okay. All right.
What do you mean play on words?
Put his knee on his neck too. Huh?
What do you mean play on words? You're judging Jesse, accusing him of judging George Floyd when he said it's alleged. Lord.
Go back and look at the film.
No, I don't want to look at the tape. You're the one judging him.
Okay, I'll go back and look at it then. Call you back on it, all right?
Whatever.
But look here. None of this riots and shit, all this crap shouldn't have happened because of this.
Yeah, that's true.
And one statement you made is 100% right, and Jesse made too. This should be handled within the city of Minneapolis with the family and with with them. It has nothing to do with us.
I know.
And I hear blacks make comments that what happened to him is important to all of us, because we got to go out on the streets.
Yeah.
We don't want to be killed. They're blowing this thing completely out of proportion, and it's not a black and white thing. It shouldn't be. It's a man-on-man thing. That happened between 2 men.
Yep.
Regardless if it was black, Japanese, Chinese, Pekingese, or whatever. There were two men.
And most
I
of
didn't
the
see anything.
and most of the
anything
time,
about the cop
go for
being
it.
racist towards black guys.
Yeah, it's so ridiculous. Most of the time, these blacks rush to judgment about the situation, and they'll just make up stuff and push their lies, and it's so destructive to everybody. What a mess. I appreciate you, Skip.
They bring it in. Okay. All right. I'll talk to you later.
What were you about to say?
Have a good weekend. I was just going to say every race hustler within 1,000 miles is on a plane right now if they're not already in Minneapolis.
Yeah.
To take care of this thing. Try to get that little bit of money off of them. They don't care about the blacks. They're not doing it for justice. They're doing it just for us, the lawyers, for their pocket. They're padding their pocket.
And it's for ideology because
and money.
It's not just money. It is money, but it's also for ideology. They hate They hate America. They hate this innocent unless proven guilty. They hate Trump and men and police. It's people are motivated by hate and by their ideology because they get attached to these, especially the educated people. They're the worst. They get attached to these communistic ideologies, cringe all you want, or whatever ideology that they're into, and they push it like it's their religion. It's crazy.
It is their religion. It is religion.
Yeah.
It's just like a religion.
Yep.
One more thing, Hake.
Yeah.
When are you gonna do that chicken bones? When are you gonna do the chicken bone story in Atlanta?
I know. I'll look it up eventually,
Man.
I'm sure.
The streets, the sidewalks, the playgrounds are filled with chicken bones where the blacks are throwing their chicken bones off the chicken when they get through eating them. They don't put them in the trash can. And you might think I'm making this up, but there's stories about it on the internet.
What do you think about the fact that I call you my favorite snake? I haven't asked you that.
I don't pay no attention to it.
Well, it's nice talking with you, Skip.
James.
But you give Jesse a
James.
chance. It's nice to talk with him. And it's not uncommon to wait on hold for that long. You're lucky that people.
Oh, I know.
I know
I've called a bunch of times. I wait long every time. I don't mind that.
I get through on other shows sometimes. I call into local radio here. Sometimes they say, "Oh, we're not talking about that," so they just say, "Oh, goodbye, hang up."
Yeah,
we're nice.
But
so
yeah, I know y'all are.
Yeah,
y'all really are. I think sometimes you got a little bit of snake in you. You're
not
really being nice, not being nice for the purpose of being nice, but just because you got an ulterior motive. That's kind of snaky of you, James.
All right. Next time you catch me do that, let me know. So that you can give me something specific so I can watch it. But I appreciate the criticism. Take care, man.
Look here, I'm just playing with you about that, but
okay.
All right, you're not snaky. You come out pretty open with yourself.
All right, Skip. Take care, man. Have a good weekend.
All right, have a good weekend.
All right.
All right, buddy.
Bye. Let me get to Frank in Georgia. Frank, what's up?
Hey, what's up, James?
Hey.
Skip,
I'm opening the treasure chest right now. Sorry.
Go ahead, open that guy up. I was laughing at Skip, man, about the chicken bones. He is right about the chicken bones. They are everywhere. It's either in between chicken bones or either weave in the parking lot. Like, you almost think it's an animal sometimes, man.
That's
like,
awful.
Whoa, like, what is that? Yeah, but anyway.
Yeah, 30 seconds.
Quick, man.
30 seconds, Frank, go.
Seconds. Here I go. A big problem, almost like a lot of people say that sometimes the good's going to have to suffer with the evil.
Yeah.
A lot of this gangster route, man, is a big problem within the black community. A lot bigger than what people really think it is. I mean, they glorify destruction within the black community.
Yeah.
They eat that. You know what I mean? So it's all about F the police. And me and you are about the same age. So if you remember, in the 80s, it wasn't quite as what it is now. And in the 90s, you had the Tupac era, things of that nature, and it's only getting worse.
Yeah.
And these kids, they glorify this crap now.
And does
they're
Twitter
like idols to them?
Yeah, and does Twitter censor them? No, Twitter doesn't censor the blacks.
Of course not. And on top of it all, stuff is real quick. A good example is the kid and stuff in Indiana when he got shot, honestly, by the cops stuff when he was streaming and whatnot.
Oh yeah.
If you watch the video, and listen real closely. Listen to his music that he's listening to.
Oh, yeah.
It is almost, you know what I mean? So it's justifying everything that he's doing at that moment, and then he gets killed. These rappers ain't about that life, dude. They're rapping about crap that they
Jay-Z. Yeah.
They're not about what they're rapping about, man, but they're sending these kids on suicide missions, man.
I appreciate it, Frank. Thank you, man.
All right, brother.
Have a good weekend.
Man, hey, hold on. One thing, Joel, it's time for the What's Wrong with the Blacks. Perfect timing.
He was playing it at the beginning of the Jesse Lee Peterson show stream. Yeah, he played it at the very beginning. Go check it out.
All right, brother.
All right, take care. Louie and DJ Hardmouse, I want to hear what you guys have to say. Can you call me on Sunday? I'm sorry I couldn't get to you guys today. Polly J gave me multiple diamonds. Dark Side of the Bear What says, Hake going full sleeveless today? Today? Polly J, thank you, man. And congratulations and thank you guys over on D-Live for the support. Lin Yin Chin says, your reading this text is your reading my mind. Wow. To various degrees of literacy, we are all mind readers. Language is for mind reading. Aye, Blatt. Yeah, somebody said that man was looking smug. I don't know. I'm talking about the officer. Hot Computer Smell says, Merry Christmas, Lin Yan Chin. And Herman, German, says, Earl and Joe Biden should have a slumber party. Make sure you guys catch The Fallen State in less than 2 hours. The Fallen State premieres, I believe. Gavin McInnes and Jesse Lee Peterson talk. It's good timing with this social media censorship mess. I do want to hear what DJ Hardmouse has to say about it. I think he might be critical of Trump, which I don't mind. We have to hear what people are thinking. And then Church with Jesse Lee Peterson is Sunday, 11 a.m., my time, right? After my show, a couple hours after I start streaming, which is, I start at 9. Cool, huh? TheHakeReport.com for my stuff. JesseLeePeterson.com for Jesse Lee Peterson Show. RebuildingTheMan.com/church for church. Or just go to the channels. And then TheFallenState.tv for that. Nice, huh? All right. Bye.